Howdy. I was screenshotting myself through SDO. That's a screen grab from a video I took. That's from today, I guess. And I was very fascinated about this filament up here. But also, of course, I don't know how they are called exactly, but they might represent this kind of radiation emission. That's a different frame, obviously, but here it's visible easier. But the filaments, I tried to somehow increase a bit that you could probably see how it is rotating. It's a rotating structure. And here it's even more increased and bigger. And it forms a loop. And it's twisting around itself. In a way like it does here. It's twisting around itself. Same picture, just enhanced. Or here. That's one stream of energy going here. Here it's not so well visible, the spinning, or how to put it. But I think that's a very cool picture. Yeah, this was quite a view. It's very interesting to watch the sky, and there's so much other stuff going on, also related to mountain water, rivers drying up. But it seems in central Germany or like Central Europe, actually, they're gonna be refilled in a week or so, or two. There will be water. Let's see how much. But there will be water. And many people are still trying to figure out, like, how about climate change? Yes, climate is changing. There has been now many reports, it has been several times in the news that there's even very large hail in Finland happened today. And probably tomorrow we can see the videos on YouTube emerging. But it's not human-made, this climate change. If we just take these two charts, Holocene temperature variations, thousands of years, so we start 12,000 years ago, and it starts to rise after the Ice Age glacial period. And since we had talked about sun cycles, 12,000 years, 6,000 years, what do you expect where it will go after it has risen? It has quite sharply risen and then it goes slowly down. Recent proxies. What is that, child? I don't know. Maybe I have to figure it out. That's another one. Difference in temperature, Celsius degrees. You can count for yourself what Fahrenheit it might be. Thousands of years ago. And here we talk already about 100, 200, 300,000 years. So 12,000 years is somewhere here. And obviously it's going up and down. And it seems to be increasing. But every time after it has gone up, it goes down. And those transitions, the peak, or how to put it, might last several hundred years, 300 years, 200. It's the very peak of that. And since we are talking about 100, 200,000 of years, what is a human lifetime in that cycle? Like if someone gets old, he's 80 years, that's very old already. And there is quite some distress going on. Water is drying up, or there is too much. Food? Yeah. There will be many places like Bethlehem's known for food. Bethlehem, the place of bread. Grains, my Rice Krispies. Yes, I'm really enjoying my Rice Krispies. And the milk and the coffee. Because I expect them to disappear. Let's see if there's still coffee at Christmas. Or Rice Krispies. I would be surprised if there is. But it would be a nice surprise. I like nice surprises. And whatever else, supply chain disruptions, parts for machines, cars, households, machinery, stuff, equipment, whatever. Gardening tools, construction tools, drills and such. And overall, wood, yeah, you need wood for constructing. You need concrete, you need bricks, you need pipes made out of plastic or metal. But probably there isn't any. Because the supply chain and even the production is disrupted. Due to whatever reasons. Water, flood, drought. Yeah, it's still water. It's all about the water. Like almost all of the nuclear power plants are related 100% on water. The actual nuclear reaction thing is just a part of it. This is to make the water hot and then get it to turbines, which don't work if there's no water. If there's no water, they cannot cool it down enough. They have to shut it down. No electricity coming out there. glowing garbage wherever you look. And I've been thinking many times, like, how does this, like, if there would be some huge solar flare. Yeah, I was watching the sun in recent days. Like, if there would pop 3 or 4 nuclear power plants in Central Europe, the oldest ones, and some transformer stations due to induced electricity, blackouts, like there's nothing working there. No phones, nothing whatsoever. Few million people just in the middle of everything. Totally without electricity, no car is working, nothing. Then you could go in there, into the zone, or they come out there. Because there's no communication going in there or out there. It would be very interesting to see how the news would report about this and what stuff would go down. What would the killer monkeys do? Like people. If you think about like those probably who watch my videos, those few people, they have cell phones, and there's many millions of cell phones where you can watch videos and these kind of things. And there's like so many people in the world who don't have this kind of technique. They have probably heard of it, but they cannot afford it. There is no infrastructure in order to make it work. So we are very privileged. I am very privileged, having the possibility to even make videos. But anyway, there's so many cell phones. Everyone has Google. Everyone can use Wikipedia. Almost everyone can read. And then if you watch whatever news, if you watch a little bit of news of whichever country you are in, news of the neighbor country, like news from other countries, probably about the country you're in, this gives you some different kind of perspective and all these kind of things. But if you read the news, everybody is talking about climate change, CO2, and these kind of things. And the CO2 in the air hasn't been as low as it is now, like almost ever. It cannot drop really much more anymore. I have to check out the numbers. I'll probably make a video about this. But there is actually no point to reduce it, because otherwise mammals, as we are, kill monkeys. It's not enough for us to breathe. There should be more. And what do the plants need? They need it. So if there is more growth in plants. If you reduce it, there's less plants. But they don't talk about that. And obviously, if you watch this, there's fluctuations in everything. Smaller cycles and bigger cycles. Everything is fluctuating. Also the water levels. And if you watch the weather, and I always think that there is something going on in the atmosphere which is connected to the ground, to our ground where we stand on and beneath, like many hundreds of kilometers. Because there's stuff going on. So bad weather above, bad weather below. And now obviously it seems the weather in Europe is making a total flip. 180 degrees. The Gulf Stream, I haven't been talking about the Gulf Stream, AMOC, and like this for a long time, but probably I got to again because it seems to vanish. I have been talking about this like already last year when I noticed some. Yeah, also weather related, of course, the bow shock in front of Europe and these kind of things. And now, as we go into fall, summer is over, drought is over. So it might be very interesting to see to what extent the extreme weather is gonna go. Nature is always searching for balance, for the equilibrium. So after a drought and these kind of things, you will expect, or you have to expect from nature that it will establish some kind of equilibrium. So we get the opposite of it. But we will see. Well, let's have an eye on Central Europe and water. And thanks. I have no idea where we started, but yeah, I leave it here. Thanks. Bye.